Hello, darlings. Nice to see you here today. Today, I'm going to talk about the law of attraction and answer some of the questions you may have about this topic. So, if you haven't heard about the law of attraction, that is great that you stopped by today. And if you have heard about it, that is also good, because I will be demystifying some of the assumptions people have about such an interesting concept. And since our church evolves around mental wellness and developing ourselves from within, we could not wait to talk about the law of attraction and how it goes hand in hand with the power of the mind, thinking, conscious and subconscious mind, with creating the life we want to live, living our best lives, and achieving what we want in it, or just simply achieving our dreams. But I understand that some of you may be skeptical, because some of the things that I will explain to you today are not completely proven by scientific research at this time. Or it could be because you may not have been able to manifest what you've wanted in the past due to maybe a lack of consistent action, vibration raise, or even patience. Or you may simply think it's all lies. But hang with me here, as I will soon explain what the law of attraction is in very simple terms, and why you may not believe in it, or why there are people who disagree with the information I will share here today, as I will touch on some basic misconceptions that people may have about manifesting and what the law of attraction really is about. So, what is the law of attraction? Well, put simply, it is the belief that the universe creates and provides for us that which our thoughts are focused on. And if you're religious, you can change the word universe for God, so it makes more sense to you. Because when we pray and ask God what we want, we are basically performing the same kind of action. In the Bible, on Matthew 21 verse 22, it says, "And all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing, you shall receive." Buddha also said, "What you have become is what you have thought." The law of attraction plays with the same kind of idea, which is the power of belief that leads us to act and be. However, many people have a more limited idea of what exactly the law of attraction is nowadays. Due to mass popularization of the law, it has been made to seem like a very simple, almost magical process in which we just imagine what we want and bam, it's there. But that couldn't be further from the truth. And that is one of the reasons why some of you may think that it is a lie or that it doesn't work. Only because it didn't produce the instant desired results, or even that there was no action that followed the belief. But it does work. It is just that there are a few things that have to be in place before we can manifest what we desire. And that will be a topic for a future podcast, by the way, where I will explain how you can take advantage of the law of attraction to create the life you desire, or the life you dream of, or to even live your best life. So, definitely stay tuned to this channel and don't hesitate to subscribe. The law of attraction is very similar to the law of gravity. You can't see it, and you often aren't consciously aware of it. However, if we observe closely, we can see it in action. In the law of attraction, there is a belief that everything is vibration, and vibrations are of similar frequencies are drawn together, and we have the ability to control our vibration. Then we can most certainly control the conditions of our lives. When we use it correctly, we have the power to manifest in our lives the things that we want. It is the law and power that brings into our lives people that can help us with our plans. It is the power that we can create the situations and circumstances we want. It is also the power that draws into our lives the things we want and helps us achieve our dreams. It is the means to create the life we desire. The law of attraction is also based on the concept that we should avoid negative thoughts if we want to manifest. If we entertain feelings and thoughts about hardships and obstacles, then this is what we are going to get. Whereas if we think positive thoughts, like keep thinking and expecting success and don't allow doubts to enter our minds, we will eventually achieve success. And this kind of thinking can be very powerful. However, some people believe that there is no such thing. There is no such power of believing. But if you prefer not to believe in this concept of the law of attraction, we can agree that there is a placebo effect that works. Like placebo medicine works too. The energy we give off dictates how we deal with life and how people will react back. And that is something undeniable too. The idea is to not to be blind about our circumstances, but we can change the circumstances while not entertaining negativity. So what do I mean here? Let's say you believe people are jealous of your life and what you have, and that all they want is to take things from you. If you keep giving energy to this thinking pattern, keep complaining about people being jealous of you, that is all you're gonna see and attract in your life. Whereas we know that many people feel insecure about, us having a better circumstance in life. But when we don't keep entertaining those negative thoughts of everyone is jealous about what I have, we don't give energy to this kind of thinking, and we prefer not to get involved in this negativity. And instead, we do the opposite without being blind to the circumstances. There will be less hate and anger towards other people. There will be more understanding. And in return, people will tend to be nicer to us too. And we'll be able to see the other side of the coin without being blinded by the negative thoughts. We'll be able to see what's also there apart from jealousy, for example. I'd also like to mention about quantum physics and how that's been helping explain how the law of attraction works. The work of quantum physicists during recent years has helped shine greater light on the incredible impact that the power of the mind has on our lives and the universe in general. The more that this idea is explored by scientists and great thinkers alike, the greater an understanding we have of just how significant a role the mind plays in shaping our lives and the world around us. As physicists come to supply us with more and more information regarding the law, the more we can simply rejoice in the truly liberating and empowering realization that we are the creators and controllers of our lives and the energy we are all made of. There is an incredible power behind our conscious and subconscious mind. And the law of attraction can be used to reinvent our subconscious and manifest many things that we want and change how we deal with things or change parts of our personality. Like we can become more confident, we can live a healthier lifestyle, or anything that we put our minds to. All we have to do is to change our limiting beliefs and change how we think. And that can be done through affirmations and raising our vibration. And that is how we start manifesting what we want. But our subconscious mind and vibration need to be aligned before we can manifest what we desire. So let's say you want to be a great public speaker and speak to great audiences. So before you can manifest your dream, there needs to be a set of skills in place so you can be one of those great public speakers, right? And life will throw situations that will test your confidence and capabilities. But believe me, all of them are there to get to where you're at. But you won't be able to get there if you don't believe you're capable. If you still believe that you're not confident enough, or that you still have fears over public speaking. And so affirmations and putting yourself in situations where you face those fears and overcome them, you begin getting closer to manifesting your public speaking ideals. It's like when your mind and vibrations are aligned, you're going to be attracting those desired circumstances. And if they are in balance with the universe, you'll be seeing the law of attraction manifesting your desires. The problem comes whenever we attempt to control our reality without first adjusting our vibration. No amount of physical manipulation will create the world that we wish to see. All of the work is done on the inside, in our minds. And so, before we can begin manifesting our dreams and the life we want, we need to change our thinking and how we program our conscious and subconscious mind. Advocates generally combine cognitive reframing techniques with affirmations and creative visualization to replace limiting or self-destructive or so-called negative thoughts with more empowered, adaptive, or positive thoughts. This law attracts thoughts, ideas, people, situation, circumstances, and the things we think about, and it manifests through our mind, thoughts, and imagination. And as we're calm and patient and we let the law do its work, we will eventually begin seeing the materialization of these thoughts and the fruits of our imagination. And by the way, that leads me to another criticism some people have about the law of attraction, which is the one that is associated with toxic positivity. According to this universal law, we attract into our lives those things, circumstances, and conditions that correspond with the nature of our dominant thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, both conscious and subconscious. So many of us try really hard to stay away from toxic situations, people, etc., so we don't get polluted or pulled into those negative circumstances, which undermine our ability to manifest a better life and positive results. And that criticism is very valid to an extent that we no longer want to help others who are going through difficult times, or even we don't allow ourselves and others to go through the so-called negative emotions or momentary negative thinking patterns, because that will not help us attract good things. But we should be able to feel those feelings that are rising in those moments, whether they are feelings of sadness, disappointment, or happiness and joy. And let them pass through us, and let us observe them too, and not identify with them too. Understand that detaching ourselves from negative emotions can be hard, and it requires a lot of strength, a lot of emotional strength, and a lot of control over our thinking process. And we should be able to count on each other too when going through difficult moments in our lives, because we must be able to experience the present life as it is given to us, as well as be present to other people's lives when they need us. However, we can all agree that surrounding ourselves with positive situations and people, etc., that will help us be happier. But let's not get into this toxic positivity of not wanting to be there for anyone when they need us, for example, or just dismissing everyone that comes to us with some negative thoughts or emotions. There is a balance, and we can tell when the situation is indeed toxic, the situation or person. Because, it is true that when we hang around constant drama, for example, that is what we're going to keep getting in life. If we don't believe in our businesses or that we won't get that job, none of these will work. Or if we believe we're sick, this is what we will attract. Those situations, they are also true. And so we should allow ourselves to feel how we feel, but that eventually we should also remind ourselves to be happy, for the universe is always on our side. The more time we dedicate to learning how to use the law of attraction effectively, the more fulfilling and rewarding our lives can be. There are no restrictions. Open your mind and enjoy the natural abundance of the universe. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast, and don't hesitate to visit our website at churchofclear.org, and I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.